Hi, my name is Chris Crockett. I'm the Chief Environmental Safety and Sustainability Officer at Essential Utilities.
I'm Krista Seng. I'm the lead for our Corporate Giving and Community Affairs program at Aqua.
I'm Amanda Obasenko. I'm the Environmental Specialist for Aqua.
Aqua's had a variety of environmental initiatives for the last several decades in Pennsylvania. A lot are focused in southeastern Pennsylvania, where a lot of our reservoirs are, and in the Schuylkill watershed and Delaware watershed, but also throughout the state of Pennsylvania. Primarily, a lot of our environmental initiatives involve the Perkiomen watershed, helping protect our drinking water source, the Crum Creek watershed, as well as several other watersheds throughout the state. These efforts include invasive species control, revitalization of restoration of stream banks. Tree Vitalize is a program where we do a lot of tree planting and plant acres and acres of tree, thousands of trees every year. And also a number of other efforts such as the Schuylkill Action Network and other projects aimed at protecting water from being polluted by installing best management practices at other projects.
Well, the Perkiomen watershed is a great watershed for our biggest water plant is fed by the Perkiomen, so it's a very important source for our drinking water for our customers, as well as the fact that it is fed by one of our largest reservoirs where we're at today. And yeah, we get to work with a lot of really great groups in the area too. It's also connected to the SAND group, the Schuylkill Action Network, as well as Perkiomen Watershed Conservancy, who help us engage with the community as well as protect the water.
The folks that work at Aqua feel really embedded in the communities that we serve because we provide such a vital function as a water utility service provider. So we have an intimate connection to the communities that we serve. Or even up here where we may not have a lot of customers, where we have source water protection areas, like Chris said, we want to protect them, make sure that our water is as clean as possible before it gets to our intakes so that it makes our water as clean as possible for our customers. And we also care about the environment and our properties that we manage. So we want to make sure that we're doing that in the most sustainable way. But beyond that, we also invest in our communities in a lot of other ways. We give about $1.5 million a year to charitable initiatives just in the area. And we do that because we believe in improving the quality of life for all of our customers and neighbors.
The real overall concept here is at Aqua and Essential, we want to minimize our footprint and improve our environmental footprint, as well as make sure that we have the best handprint in the communities that we operate in.
Hi, I'm Donnie Savage.
And I'm Linda Bradley.
And I'm Lisa Maida.
Well, my kids got involved in the programs here about 30 years ago. And so I think probably we started volunteering with the Halloween night hike as a family, being the animals and doing different volunteer activities there.
And my husband was involved when I met him 37 years ago, so I started volunteering at that time. I also did a lot with the Halloween hike and any kind of outdoor activities for education.
And I started about 7 years ago on occasion, and 4 years ago I started teaching Wednesday evening yoga for the Conservancy.
Ooh, Wild Women Wellness came about from our yoga, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, looking for more opportunities for women to get together, spend time together, especially outdoors and in physical, energizing activities.
And I think, 3 years ago when we started, it was, COVID, post-COVID, and we were that need for social connections was really felt strongly among a lot of women, and so we found people with common interests in being outside.
And whenever all three of us are together, we always have a lot of fun. So we wanted to share the fun with everyone.
Yeah, so I think this past summer's Wild Women Wellness Day has been my favorite so far. We started 3 years ago with 23 women, and this year it grew to 57. So a day of yoga, paddling, and hiking. We had great food, lots of good conversation, lots of fun.
And I think for me, some of the evening activities that we do a lot of evening activities that are free for people to come to and join us. And some of the night hikes that we have done with lamps on our heads up the Perkiomen Trail have been my favorite.
And along those lines of the monthly or the evening activities, I've really enjoyed this year. We started paddling on the reservoir, and it's really been fun to see who shows up, and we all use our wild women strength to get those kayaks out of the trailer into the water and back up in there, and it's a lot of teamwork and a lot of fun.
Join us on our monthly Thursday evening events, and next summer, next June, for the 4th annual Wild Women Wellness Day.
If you need more information, check the Perkiomen Watershed's website and look for the Wild Women page.
They said it all.
My name is Ramsey. I am 11 years old, and my favorite subject to learn about is science. I also really like engineering. I also like chemistry and those types of things.
Yeah, my name is Celeste. I am 14 years old, and I really like learning about people, especially like people and cultures. And I've always really liked learning about people who speak out for what they believe in, and people who try to make the world a better place.
My name is Wesley. I'm 13 years old, and my favorite subject to learn about is sports, and I also really like science.
So my favorite project volunteering here is I really like when we made this rain garden. That was really fun. And I also always really like tree planting.
Yeah, my favorite is definitely tree planting. Just in general, I just feel very a sense of power, like I can do anything when I like step back and see the tree that I just planted. It makes me feel really happy.
Love it. My favorite project is also tree planting. I love the satisfaction you get when you just finish planting a tree.
I think it's important to volunteer to help the community grow and like help make a better environment for all the people that live in it.
Yeah, I've always really liked volunteering and doing everything I can to help other people. I think volunteering is a great way to create change, and it's just so rewarding when you're done a volunteer project, whether you're doing a stream cleanup or a plant-a-thon or anything. It just feels so good when you're finished and you get to step back and admire all of your work.
Amazing. I think volunteering is important because it helps the community, and you can engage in activities with other people, which you may not have otherwise have met those people.
So this year we did an action project called Planet for a Planet. In this action project, our goal was to inform people in the community about native and invasive species and give out native seeds and plants for them to plant in their yard to help the community.
So we did a lot of research, and we made a flyer about native and invasive species, in southeast Pennsylvania. And so on the flyer there was like some native and invasive plants in this area, and like some good native plants that you can plant in your yard.
My name is John Collier, and I teach environmental science at North Penn High School. I think that getting students involved with the Conservancy and just other volunteer opportunities is important because it gets them outside, it gets them to interact with nature, and it gets them to see sort of some of the things that I talk about in my classroom in the actual world. So North Penn High School's campus has a few things that are kind of already in place that we'd like to expand. So we have like a little piece of woods that we turned into a mini nature center, and we do community facing projects there. Like we have elementary kids come out and get little nature lessons, and we'd like to expand that to get more of the students, because it tends to be like, here's this one event, we'd love to do more. And then bigger picture, we're on the cusp of a major renovation at the high school, and so the environmental club and some of the environmental students are trying to be actively involved in that. We're going to these board meetings and things and presenting, here's how you could do this more sustainably. So big picture, we'd love to have those renovations be more sustainable, use renewable energy, have like a green roof, like a lot of things that we can demonstrate and teach with to kind of reach generations after generations of future students that are coming through the school. Absolutely. So I've been teaching for like 17, 18 years now, and for my first 10 I was like at the middle school, and my main environmental outreach was running their environmental club, and there was always kids that were involved with it, but when I took it over it was just kind of like we collected the paper recycling, and then we started to kind of expand that, and I saw more and more interest as we did more field trip, outdoor sort of things. And then when I moved to the high school, I realized there was not an environmental science program, period. So we've got 2 full-time environmental science teachers. The club is as big as it ever was. And so like, yes, I see a lot of interest in it. And a lot of those students aren't just coming there because they, heard the class was fun. They're coming there because they're really concerned about environmental issues and they want to learn more.